Hey, what's up guys? I came across this video. It looks like it's going to be on Channel 4 pretty soon. It's a debate between a meat-eater butcher, I believe, and a militant vegan.
No more importance on this planet than any other animal. It's just humans.
Well, you do because you butcher them.
That doesn't make me more important than them.
I mean, but you wouldn't propose getting put in a sandwich, mate, so you don't place the same value on. You're just paying lip service to it, to be honest. Veganism is just where you put the interests of animals in front of your own interests. It's not a perfect movement. We just try our absolute best, and we don't consciously kill animals basically or exploit them for any need, because I feel as if they are here with us, not for us.
My boyfriend's a slaughterman. I know the whole chain from start to finish, so I understand that it has to be done to an extent if you want to eat meat, but I think you should value what you're eating.
Valuing and killing, that sounds like a bit of an oxymoron. Have you ever sort of placed value on animals having a desire to live, having relationships?
I love cats, dogs, even the cows on.
Shut up! You do not love your cows. I hate when farmers say this, like they love their cows, they love their pigs and stuff like that. They're raising them to kill them. Maybe they do love them, but it's in like the same way that Joseph Fritzl loved his kids.
I love them and I appreciate what they are.
Interesting.
And for me, I've always believed in prey and predators, because cattle, I believe that they serve a purpose.
But do you think it's superior or something? Because
No, because I think I've got no more importance on this planet than any other animal. It's just humans.
Well, you do because you butcher them. So, like, you say
It doesn't make me more important than them.
You always find like people will say that vegans think they're superior, but vegans aren't the ones who think that they're so much better than another species that they have the right to kill them and eat them.
I mean, but you wouldn't propose getting put in a sandwich, mate. So, like, you don't place the same value on. You're just paying lip service to it, to be honest.
I think people should value them more than they do. I agree with you.
Kind of like the premise of them being alive is so you can eat them, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I'm going to kill this pig because it just tastes nice.
But it's not about the taste, it's about how you feel.
It's 100% about taste. There is no other reason that people eat meat than taste. Maybe like taste, and then maybe there's like some kind of like peer pressure, maybe if it's like toxic masculinity, or maybe it's like cultural pressure and stuff like that. But I don't really accept the culture argument anymore. People are always like, oh, you know, in my culture we eat a lot of meat, or I was raised eating meat. It's like, yeah, so was like every single other person on this fucking planet, mate. Yeah, and this person is from the UK, so her only reason for eating animals is taste. There's no other reason.
You can go to the supermarket and get a can of chickpeas, but you choose the option where someone's life is being taken.
It's my job, it's my passion, and I'm never going to step away from it.
Your
This
passion
my
is
way of
killing
life.
animals.
I don't kill animals, I don't slaughter.
Okay, your passion is selling dead bodies.
I find it creative, I love cooking, I love...
You find it creative?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I do.
Okay, well, don't you think you could find some sort of creative value, like
Yeah.
Do you find like this guy, the vegan, he's talking from the side of the animals and what's right and wrong, and the woman here is talking about, well, it's her desire, you know, like her desire is a good enough argument up against we shouldn't kill. We shouldn't kill, I want to kill. That's the argument we're seeing here. And I bet you the majority of these comments are going to be on her side about it too.
Paint and draw as well.
value? Okay, well,
No, I don't just...
so you can find a passion that doesn't have a victim.
I don't want to change my job.
He's a bit of a smart ass,
I
isn't
just
he?
enjoy picture, I think it's a skill. When I display
I
a
like
window
him, though.
every day and lay everything out and it looks lovely.
I'm sure it looks lovely, all the
I
body
like
parts
to do
and
that, and that's never going to change. I look forward to getting into work and dressing a window.
hanging up all the
Yeah,
body parts.
I like doing that.
It's like, it's insane. I can't, there's a piece of me that doesn't really accept what goes on, because it's like we're in a horror movie, in like a zombie movie, and we see all this zombieism going around, and we're trying to warn people, and people don't care. People are already zombies. They're already talking about body parts, and they love hanging up hanging up legs and chickens by their necks and all of this, and it's just normal to them. It's like, it's so strange when the blinders come off and you just don't see food anymore. You see bodies and animals and corpses, and even calling it a corpse, some people are going to take issue with that. I know it.
Can agree that people are incredibly wasteful.
Yeah. On a mass scale, like it is wrong. I believe that the real argument is how it affects the planet. People should eat less and...
People should eat less. Not eat none. Eat less, you know, and you should beat your kids less. Not none of the time. Not none of the time. Don't be silly. You should beat your kids less, and your wife, you know, beat her like... Just do like Beatless Mondays. Beatless Mondays would be a good shout, actually. That's a good idea. I only steal from shops on the weekend as well. Yeah, most meals I don't even eat human. So I'm pretty much doing a good thing. This is the thing, when you're telling people to reduce, you're making them feel like they're doing a good thing when they're actually doing less of a bad thing. And that's why we need to tell people that going 100% vegan is the only way to be ethical. Because people do. They say, oh yeah, I do Meatless Mondays. Like, it's a cool thing. And like, they'll say it to me and like expect me to say, oh, well done, that's really good. But it's like a murderer, a serial murderer coming up to me and saying, I've gone down to killing people only once a week. And I'm supposed to say, oh, that's really good. You're really making a difference. Like, fuck off. It's not hard. In the UK especially, it's not hard to be vegan. You've got no excuse in the UK. If you still eat meat in the UK, you're either uninformed or selfish. I'm going to say selfish.
Know where it comes from, and that's
Well, then we should all be vegan then.
I'm not saying that I think that it's wrong to eat meat, because I'll never have that view ever.
You'd be surprised.
She thinks it's not wrong to eat meat, but she hasn't given one reason why she thinks it's right to eat meat other than the fact that she enjoys it.
You'd be surprised.
No, I'm pretty sure. I would rather be a meat eater. No.
So close-minded. So close-minded. So many people are close-minded. And I know what you're going to say. You're going to say maybe the vegan is being close-minded, but the fact is that 99% of people are growing up eating animals anyway. So it takes an open mind to transition into the vegan position. And you should still have an open mind. That's absolutely correct. And you should be able to change your opinions and the way you do things based on information. That's absolutely true. But I think that if your default state is eating meat and you transition into a vegan diet, you've probably opened your mind quite a lot and you've taken on a lot of information, and that's what sparked that change.
And I don't see the job I do as cruel as...
I don't see the job I do as cruel. Butchers and slaughtermen and things, they don't think that? I bet a lot of them do. I bet a lot of them are not happy, especially slaughterhouse workers. It's nobody's first choice as a job. I know it creates a lot of psychological problems and PTSD and things like that. There are going to be people who don't see it as cruel and maybe enjoy it, but they're not really considered to be typical people. If you say, I really enjoy my job at the slaughterhouse, I love pushing a pig into a gas chamber and hearing them scream and then stabbing them in the neck and then throwing them into boiling water while they scream and drown. Yeah, you probably think that that person deserves to be an outcast and they don't represent humanity, right? Most people are against killing animals for food, but they're not against eating animals. I think that's the distinction, and it's trying to keep two minds separate, because it's not nice to confront that. Because if you confront it, you might have to go vegan.
such.
Vegan all day, man. It really just comes down to this. Not killing is better than killing.
Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to watch this full debate, you can go to the Channel 4 YouTube channel, apparently. There is a playlist on there called Would You Rather, and I assume one of these private videos are going to be released and it'll be this debate. Don't forget to comment and like, and most importantly, subscribe and hit that bell icon so you get notifications when I upload a video. Thanks for watching.